So welcome to the Wednesday night Zoom. So tonight there's going to be a few different things we're going to talk about. First thing is, well, who are we? I mean, most of you know who we are anyway. My name's Craig. That was Leslie, who has taken Issa to bed. We've been doing this business since July. Last year was when we joined, but we only really started it kind of middle of September because we decided to go on holiday for a month. Which, to be fair, we took some oils with us anyway and used them out in Spain. We were in a network previously, so we've been in network marketing for a number of years now, probably around about 7 years, nearly 8 years. So we're experienced in network marketing, and I think, to be honest with you, this is the kind of opportunity we're waiting for a long time, simply because it's kind of something that we really believe in. And Leslie's background is in health anyway, so something we really believe in, and it's powerful stuff, and it's at the start of the journey. Okay, so first thing before we move on, we just wanted to say well done to some new rank advancers. We've got Vicky Priest. And she lives in the village around the corner from us.
Yep.
And she's moved on to the first stepping stone of manager. So well done, Vicky. And then we've got Jacqui and Steve Ellis, who were on the first rank last week. They're on the second ranking level this week. So moved up a level again, and you're going to hear from these guys in a minute anyway. So absolutely brilliant. Well done, guys. Fantastic start, 2 weeks in business. Using the oils a little bit first, and then taking a step into the business zone, and smashing it. Well done. All right, so tonight, voices of experience. It's going to be Jacqui and Steve talking about their journey so far, and there's going to be a kind of bit of a story on Slim and Sassy. More on that in a minute. Learning about essential oils. That's our Leslie. And she's going to be talking about the Deep Blue range tonight.
Is that like a Cilla Black kind
Cilla
of
Black.
thing?
She's going to talk a lot about the Deep Blue range tonight.
I'm so sorry, guys.
And then let's talk business towards the end, when I'll talk about ranking levels and the compensation plan. And talking about plans, the plan tonight really is to stick to 30 minutes if possible. Okay, and it hasn't worked so far. It's kind of ranged from an hour to 45 minutes, but we're getting closer. So tonight, hopefully, it'll be 30 minutes. And then we'll talk about coming soon. That's it. All right, so voices of experience. Now, I chose a nice photo for them the other day on the Facebook, and their it was their wedding. I thought it was nice. It was their wedding photo. Yeah, but I chose a different photo tonight.
Look at that smile.
I tell you what. All right, so it's Jacqui and Steve. I'm going to stop sharing the screen so that they can come on and speak to us, and we'll just pass it over to you guys.
Okay, I think I've unmuted myself there. Lovely picture of the dog. Not so much as Steve, I don't think. He always doesn't take a particularly brilliant picture. He looks like he's in pain. Can you hear me all right? Can you put your thumbs up so I know?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay, thanks. That's great. As you know, it's disconcerting when you're sitting here. You don't know who's actually listening. Steve is here with me. He's just here just in case anything kicks off with the elders downstairs. You know, we've tied them down. Voice of experience. I'm not sure whether you meant network marketing experience or the experience of perhaps an elder as we're close to pension age. But really a little bit about us. We've had quite a dramatic change, to be perfectly honest, in the last couple of years. We've gone from sort of seeing our families, as you can see there, I've got my grandchild in that picture, gone from seeing our families just really on occasions to living with them now 24 hours a day, not the kids, but I mean, we've got 3 kids, 8 grandchildren and a great granddaughter as well. And family is really, really important to us, but Steve's parents are in their 80s, they're 87, believe it or not, both of them. And Steve's mum's not particularly well, and we had a real decision to make a couple of years back whether to go down the route of care home, etc. But we chose that we would actually help them move to our area, and we've actually got the servants' quarters in their bungalow, and this is where we are at the minute, actually in the loft. and we're there obviously 24 hours a day. We're there on hand in case anything happens. It's very full on because Mum has Alzheimer's, and she wanders around a little bit, and particularly at night time. Dad's got heart failure, bless him, and also showing some early signs of dementia, unfortunately, as well. So we contacted Leslie and Craig when we saw what they were doing, because we just wondered whether they could help with the oils. They sent us bergamot and lavender, which we used with Steve's mum. What I did do under their advice, got a piece of kitchen towel actually and put it in her pillow slip at night, a couple of drops of bergamot, a couple of drops of lavender, and to be honest, it worked a treat. I mean, Steve was very sceptical. The first night, Mum slept right the way through the night. It's like having a baby. It's like Easter. So, you know, obviously Steve was thinking, oh, okay, really easing with the stress as well, because she does get very anxious. And also, we had samples of wild orange, and we also had peppermint as well, and that was great for for the daytime, because it livened her up a little bit, and still does. I mean, I discreetly pop it on a little pulse points as well during the day sometimes, if she can let me get near her, and it helps us as well. I mean, the peppermint and orange, as anyone will know that's listening tonight, is fantastic. So I've used essential oils in the past, but basically the you know, what I call the old-fashioned salt, the salt that just you spray around, you drop here and there, just maybe topically a bit, but mostly aromatically, as most people know it is really. But we love these samples so much that we decided to join doTERRA as a wholesale customer, because that we saw the benefits of doing that. Again, Steve thought it was voodoo, and I spoke to Craig about this, and he was saying, oh, how's Steve and the voodoo? But really and truly, if you ask him now what the melaleuca has done, he's got a couple of lesions on his skin, and to be perfectly honest, they've really healed over smashing. They're still there, but he was using the steroid cream time and time again from the GP, and everyone knows what steroids do. They just thin your skin. So, you know, again, you know, Steve's seen the effects of that happening. So really and truly, you know, I was blown away by the oils. They're so pure. I noticed the difference straight away. They're not can I say, like gloopy like the cheap ones, and they're not sticky as well, that are filled with synthetic stuff and fillers and that kind of thing. They're so different, they really are. So very quickly about the Slim and Sassy, I wasn't going to say too much about that because I'm doing a bit on the webinar tomorrow night, but seeing as you asked, I ordered that, and just for internal use, Leslie suggested to drop one drop in a shot glass before and after meals, like in water before and after meals, and I was doing that 3 times a day. I've lost 28 pounds, which is 2 stone 4 pounds since January. Now we have made a few little we've made a few little changes, obviously, with our diet and everything, because we were getting to the stage where it was takeaways and wine every night and that, and it was uncomfortable. It really was. So we knew we had to make some changes, and I thought, if this thing works, great story. So I'm over the moon about it. I really am. And it's dead simple, because if we go out anywhere, I just take the oil in my handbag, and you've always got it with you. And being a metabolic blend as well, I also felt that it took the edge off my appetite. So, you know, that was another thing, because I was hunting, really. I was just, you know, elders have chocolates around and Werthers, you know what they're like. And I was hunting for stuff, and out come the biscuits and the cakes and that, and you don't like to refuse. And it was getting to beyond a joke. So it's really, really helped me. One other thing I will say is also, according to Steve, I snore. I don't believe it. Leslie's sitting there with her mouth open. I don't believe it. I think it's an absolute lie. So I used, in our kit, we had the Breathe essential oil, and I just swiped that across my chest at night, which makes him really happy. And I'm anything for a quiet life. But so do you think he's converted? Ever so slightly. So really and truly, getting on to sort of a little bit more about ourselves, really. After 11 years in our previous network, the last year really was a real big struggle for us. And 2 weeks ago, after struggling for the last time, we actually planned to resign on Friday the 13th. But sadly, the company went into administration, funnily enough, the day before on the Thursday. So none of us got paid anyway. So really and truly, it left me unable to go out of the house to work, in quite a difficult situation, because looking after the elders as well. And Steve has got a genetic heart condition, so it's really difficult for him to hold down what you would say a full-time job, really, because he needs to have regular rest. If he feels tired, he'll just conk out and go to sleep. So without a shadow of a doubt, we're basically unemployable. So we upgraded to wellness advocate straight away. We were in no doubt about it. And in just 2 weeks, we're on the telly tonight. So it's just been a whirlwind, really. It's been amazing. Craig and Leslie, you've been fantastic and really understanding, because obviously of our commitments and that. What we did do, we dropped some samples to our old customers. We've now got several team members with the support of Craig and Leslie, of course. Again, it's been amazing. I think it was sometime last week I posted on my Facebook timeline about our new start, just letting people know, where we were with everything. And a good friend of ours, Dean, who I believe is on the call tonight, he contacted us and then joined our team. So absolutely over the moon. He's another Essex boy, so really pleased with that. And we're really excited to be able to help Dean. And we know that he's got a good work ethic from before. He's already talking to friends. He's joined the online trainings, and he hasn't even got his kit yet. So he's doing all the right things. So well done to you, Dean. That would say really that, if you've got friends, trust, they're going to trust you, basically. So always speak to your warm market. I mean, why would they doubt you if you're a friend? So you really do need to speak to people that are close to you. You just don't know really what their impression will be. We're concentrating most of our efforts at the moment online. And thank God for technology, really. I mean, we just love Zoom. You can share the oil experience with someone you've sent an oil to, and chat to them as if they're sitting next to you, which is absolutely fantastic. We didn't have this technology years ago. So very quickly, 3 tips I would say really to help anyone, that's maybe starting. Firstly, use the oils, because your own experiences are really, really unique. Always be in a state of learning. The book that Leslie recommended was what is it? I've got it here very quickly. The Essential Life. I don't know if you could see that huge Bible. We've got that one, but we've also got the app as well. The app, Fiverr from Google Play, I believe, and that's fantastic because you've always got it to hand. So if anyone chats to you, you can quickly get it up on your phone. It just got all the recommended oils for the various ailments. It's absolutely fantastic. And also the third thing I'd say, just share your experience with everyone that will listen. We're really excited about the future, just helping all our team and future teams to improve their health and their lifestyle. The journey certainly isn't over, it's just beginning. So very quickly I'll wrap that up and just say thanks ever so much for listening to us, and massive thanks to you guys, Craig and Leslie, and hand you back to Craig if you want to take over. Thank you.
That's absolutely fantastic. I mean, it is a great starting story. It's particularly, it's great because you can join this business of network marketing through the love of the product and through kind of having benefited from the product, and then you can see the business side of it. So it doesn't have to be the other way around. It is a fantastic story you got with the Slim and Sassy, which I'm sure will continue as well.
Yeah.
And then obviously a great, fantastic starting story as well. Yeah, and Dean's on tonight, so welcome, Dean.
Hi, Dean.
And I know he's already started showing the people the business. He's asking me questions already, which is perfect.
Absolutely, yeah.
Perfect, yeah.
Fantastic.
When I sent the samples out to Jacqui, I fully understood the situation, and it just, it was kind of just helping her kind of benefit from. We were quite new in the business ourselves already anyway.
Yeah, I think it was about October, November time that the samples were sent out. So it was quite a while ago now.
Yeah, that's
it. And we were quite green with the business at that point.
But we knew the power of the oils, and we knew if we got the samples out to you, how much they'd help you.
Yeah. I remember Craig telling me actually, Jacqui Ellis has been on, and I am desperate to help her. And I think that makes a massive difference when you feel like that you really want to go out and give people the help that they need, and you can put that into your business then, and then when you get a good result from it, it's just amazing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. All right, so fantastic, Jacqui. Thank you very much. And I'm sure Steve, Mr. Voodoo, now he's we can't see him. He's hiding away off camera.
That's okay, because we have a photo.
That's it. So yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much, guys, and well done on your fantastic start. So I'm going to share the screen again now.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah.
There he is.
There we are. Okay then. See, he's just tucking his voodoo doll down the side there. You can see. Oh, and it's good to see. Obviously, he's changed his beliefs. I think we're all skeptical at first,
yeah.
but with the business, because it's different, and with the oils because it's different, and then you just get blown away totally. So fantastic. Okay then, so product spotlight. So we're going to go over to Leslie now, and I don't know whether you can see her on hide video panel. All right, so over to Leslie.
Okay, so we're going to talk briefly tonight about the Deep Blue range. Now, this was the oil that really got me excited. She's going to sleep. Lavender works, guys. She's asleep. So, Deep Blue was the product that got me really excited with my background as a personal trainer and knowing lots and lots of people who suffer with muscle and joint problems. So, I've recommended ibuprofen in the past, or ibuprofen. Kept on getting told off for saying it wrong, and deep heat in the past to clients. And although they both have their place, we both know that there's lots of other side effects that come along with using those two products. So then when I was told about Deep Blue, when we went to speak to Nathan and Rebecca, I was really excited and tried the Deep Blue rub I tried the Deep Blue oil while we were there with them, and straight away felt the difference. So we're going to talk about the 3 different products in the range. So you've got the complex, which is the dietary supplement, the Deep Blue rub, and the Deep Blue oil, and there's a Deep Blue roll-on, which is the oil with fractionated coconut oil. So the Deep Blue rub and the Deep Blue oil, you'll get the Deep Blue oil in your kit if you get one of the Home Essentials or the Family Essentials kit. So it is absolutely amazing. It's very, very strong and powerful. So you do only need a tiny amount of it to go a long way. It's just a couple of things that you need to be aware of, though, is not to use it if you are taking blood thinners. So if you're on aspirin or warfarin, then you can't use this product, I'm afraid. If you did want to use one of the oils for muscle or joint pain, oh, we have a crying baby. If you wanted to use for muscle or joint pain, you can use peppermint, and that'll have a similar, not quite as strong an effect, but it will have a similar effect. So you can't take this oil internally either, so make sure that it's just used topically. And it is quite nice in the diffuser, but mostly for topical use. So it helps to reduce any inflammation that you've got in any joints and in any muscle tissue that is damaged. It's a great oil to use as a massage oil, so you can use it along with the fractionated coconut oil to make it go further. I regularly use it on my back because my back's like a rope. It's so knotted, it's unbelievable. So I've used it as part of a deep tissue massage and never really experienced anything like it until I used that oil. So as I say, a tiny amount goes a long way. So it just uses a small pea size amount, and it'll literally covers the entire back of my hand. So you don't need that much. When we go for walks and things like that, we put it on beforehand, and then we'll put it on afterwards as well, and that really helps to keep any joint pain away and any muscular pain. And I actually pulled a muscle in my shoulder last week, which only really flared up these last couple of days, so I've been using it on my shoulder. I couldn't put my arm across my body this morning. So that just shows how much more range of movement I've got now. So it's very effective and it goes to the source of the problem really, really quickly. So yeah, if you're going to use it, then make sure that you do use it before a workout and then afterwards as well. So this oil is just for topical or aromatic use, but wouldn't really use it for aromatic use. But then we've got the deep blue polyphenol complex, which is not that easy to say. And this is something that you can take internally. The reason why you can take this internally is because it doesn't contain the wintergreen that you're going to get in the rub or the oil. Wintergreen isn't an oil that you can take internally, so if you do get the wintergreen as a pure oil, do not take that one internally. So the ingredients are slightly different. So we've got turmeric there and curcumin, which will cover the whole of the body, and it really helps to balance out any nerve damage that you've got. And will obviously, if you've got any kind of nerve damage, then that's going to affect your muscles and your joints. But then we've got a different kind of extract for the frankincense, which is something that your body can take on a lot more freely than the traditional frankincense that we've got in the oil. When you take this one internally, this one also helps to balance out any muscle damage that you've got. So as you can see, the list of ingredients there doesn't include wintergreen, so that's why you can take this one internally. Just comes in a little, is it in a beadlet? I think it is in a beadlet, isn't it? Yeah, just take it in a little beadlet, and just take it as and when you feel your pain starting to rise a little bit, and that will help to tackle any problems that you've got there. So if you do suffer with a chronic condition where you're getting pain quite a lot, for example arthritis or fibromyalgia, then this would be something I would recommend that you take internally, so to tackle that kind of a problem. Obviously, as you can see there, it's full of powerful antioxidants, which will help to get rid of those free radicals that may be floating around your body. Free radicals cause all kinds of different diseases and ailments, so that's not something that you really want to be having. So this is a great way of combating those free radicals and getting lots of antioxidants. Okay, so that is me. I'm going to hand over to Craig. I'm going to take this child off. She is teething, so let's get a bit of clove on them gums. Say bye. No? Okay.
Hey everybody, I'm not too sure whether you can see us on screen or not, to be honest with you. But actually, can somebody just shout up and let us know if you can see us on screen?
Yeah, we can see you.
Oh, you can, yeah. Damn, I should have done my hair. All right then, thanks. All right, so let's talk business. Which, you know, the oils are wonderful, but good job. The business it's wonderful as well. I'm going to talk about tonight. I'm going to look through the compensation plan, and I'm going to look through the ranking. I don't want to go too deep into it, to be honest with you. I just want to give you a very small, kind of short overview tonight. Don't worry about how many ranks are on there. Look at the poundage. Really look from kind of elite onwards. And then Premier, and when you look at silver, and then a massive jump of income to gold, and look at the timeline that you can actually be at those levels at. Look at the very bottom one, Presidential Diamond. If somebody told you in 39 months' time you could be earning £75,000 a month, and that there's people actually doing it in 18 months, there's people doing it in 4 years. Nathan and Rebecca doing it in 4 years. They must be so gutted that it took them 4 years to earn 75 grand a month. All right, so that's the extent of it. That's the income. Now, it doesn't actually stop there. You can't get any higher than Presidential Diamond, but you can become a double Presidential Diamond. You become a triple Presidential Diamond. So once you've got to Presidential Diamond, you basically build a whole new business leg as a fresh thing in your name. And there's people out there, lots of people. There's Hayley Hobson, for instance. She's double Presidential Diamond. She's only been in the business 4 years, and she's a double Presidential Diamond. And she does massively online. But what she incorporates is what we spoke about last week, is the relationship is kept there as well, even though it's online. All right, so we're going to go through these in a bit more detail now. There is video information available on the Global Lifestyles Group website, not the Facebook, on the website. It's important you understand LRP, which is the Loyalty Rewards Program. It's important you understand that and help your new customers and team members understand that. Compensation plan, there's a video on the compensation plan. There's literally a 6-minute one on YouTube, and there's a 46-minute one, so you can go in as in-depth as you want. On the Global Lifestyles Group, on the video trainings, at the very bottom there's a button that says about other, I can't remember, something like other YouTube trainings, and it goes to our site. And the very bottom video of that is 6 weeks to Elite. So if you want to move fast in the business, go and watch that 6 weeks to Elite video. Okay, and Elite is really kind of the place to be, and I'll talk to you more about that in a minute. Now, there's 5 ways to earn money. I mean, how amazing is that? Not just one way, not just 2. There's 5 ways of earning money. So he's got a fast start bonus, which is for the entirety of while you're here, and you earn it instantly, and it's paid weekly. Now, it works that anything that you kind of earn between Monday morning through till Sunday evening is then paid into your doTERRA account on the Wednesday each week. Then you've got the power of 3. You can't earn that in your first month, but straight from your very second month you can be on and earning that, and that's paid monthly. And we say it says between the 15th and the 20th. It's because it covers kind of things for weekends, long double bank holidays and that kind of stuff. And obviously the time zone in America is a little bit different as well. All right, so it's generally paid 15th or 16th, but they just kind of have that bit of allowance as well. So that's a power of 3, which you can earn in month 2, and we'll show you more on all these in a minute. And we've got the uni level, which you'll start earning after 60 days, regardless of whether you've brought people into the business or not. If they're in your team, you'll start earning from those people after 60 days. And again, that's paid monthly. You've got the leadership bonuses, which you start earning from Premier level, again, paid monthly. And then you've got the retail one. And the retail one, I've put at the bottom because actually I don't recommend you to earn any money through retail. Occasionally you will, okay, for somebody who maybe wants to buy an oil that is probably going to buy one oil for the year, doesn't want to join as a member, and you're not going to turn them down to buy a single oil, but it's better for them to become a wholesale customer, so in the long term they save money, they earn points, they can kind of get free oils and that kind of stuff. And we'll go through that as well. So keep in your mind, to rank is to earn. All right, so you're always looking at ranking and to the next levels. Build to Elite is the first thing to do, because that's kind of the main thing. All you need to do is build to Elite, understand how you've built to Elite, and then help other people build to Elite. You don't need to worry about a Premier, a Platinum, a Gold, a Diamond, because all of those levels are just made up of elites. Okay, so you build to Elite, and we'll then help others build to Elite. Again, we'll go through a bit more detail on an Elite shortly. So let's have a look at the retail profit. And the retail profit is paid monthly, and you earn 25% of the purchases made by a customer. So let's say on the 1st of April or the 2nd of April, because we don't sell stuff on April's Fool. So 2nd of April, a customer buys $100 worth of stuff or £100 worth of stuff, you earn 25%. It's the 15th to 20th of May that you then get paid on that, because it's a monthly one. Same as if somebody bought something on the 30th of April, you then get paid on between the 15th and 20th of May into your doTERRA account. Yes, you get 25%, but it's a one-off 25%. The difference between a retail customer and a wholesale customer, whilst most retail customers you'll probably know and they'll probably buy off you again in the future, they don't have to. They can go and buy anywhere. A wholesale customer, for them, obviously they get discounts. So they get straight away, they get things at 25% cheaper, and they can build it up to being 55% cheaper, and they can earn points and get free oils. For you, when you've got a wholesale customer, they can only ever buy from you, regardless. Okay, so once they're a wholesale customer, don't worry about them seeing other people kind of doing trainings and pushing the stuff and selling stuff and showing how people to use it. That's fantastic, because they're helping you earn more money, because a wholesale customer can only ever buy through their account through you. So that's the reason, another reason not to have them on retail. So the fast start bonus. So this is the one that's paid weekly, and it's called fast start for a reason, because it gives you a chance to start earning straight away while you're building your business. Now, it's paid on new enrollees PV for their first 60 days, not your first 60 days, but for their first 60 days. Now, the reason it's important for the LRP is because to earn bonus within doTERRA, you have to have a constant LRP of 100 points plus. And if you're using the oils anyway, you're going to be replenishing them like you would with anything that you would in your normal household kind of bills and your household kind of shopping. But also, if you're sharing the oils, it's just a business investment for sharing the oils out. Okay, so enrollment level 1. So let's say we bring in Bill tomorrow. All right, let's bring in a guy called Bill. For his first 60 days, everything he buys, we earn 20% off. Now let's say Bill brings in Bob. Okay, for Bob's first 60 days, Bill earns 20% off it. We earn 10% off Bob's stuff. Now let's say Bob brings in Brenda. The B's are easy to remember. We then earn 5% off Brenda's sales purchases for the first 60 days, and Bob earns 20%, and Bill above him earns 10%, and we earn 5%. Okay, so let's say we bring in Bill tomorrow, and Bill doesn't bring anybody into the business for 3 years. And let's say Bob joins Bill's business in 3 years' time. We earn 10% of Bob's purchases for his first 60 days. If Bob doesn't bring Brenda into the business for 10 years, when Brenda starts purchasing in 10 years' time, we earn 5% of everything Brenda purchases for her first 60 days. Okay, so fast start bonus, it is there to help you get off to a fast start, but it's there to give you a constant forever income. Okay, from the people, and so you earn 3 down with that. So you'll earn 20% off Bill, we'll earn 10% from Bob, and we'll earn 5% from Brenda. And if Bob, I think he was second line down, brings in 10 people, then we earn 10% of all those 10 people's stuff for the first 60 days. If they bring in 5 people each, we earn 5% off all those 5 people's each for their first 60 days. So how flipping fantastic is that? Okay, for a fast start bonus that lasts forever. Now, once they get past their first 60 days, that doesn't mean you stop earning from them, and we'll talk about that more in a moment. Now, another reason to have people on LRP, other than it's a fantastic benefit for them to have the oils to earn points as far as building their business, is because you earn something called a power of 3 bonus. So let's look at you, and you've got your 100 PV LRP going through. Then you've got the 3 people directly underneath you who've also got a 100 plus LRP going through. As a team, it needs to be at 600 and over. Now, you'll find is some people be doing 150 or 200 LRP, and you might bring in a 4th person or a 5th person front line to you, for whatever reason, that's push you over the 600 as a team. So every single month, you'll earn $50 on that, and it works out, last couple of months, it's worked out around about £37, £38, because it all depends on, obviously, the conversion rate with the dollar and the pound. So every single month we're earning £38 regardless, above everything else. Now once you fill your level 2 in, you'll be earning $250 every single month, which is probably about £190, I'm guessing. Every single month, regardless, not for your first month, for every single month you've got that in line. And then obviously the next level, for the level 3, is going to take you a bit longer, to do that. It could be 6 months, it could be 5 years. It depends on how you build your structure. And this is where the rank is important, because the higher your rank, the more likely you are to have this power of 3 level 3 bonus in. So this isn't just a one-off bonus for achieving that. This is, again, every single month for the life of your business. And if you do build to Presidential Diamond, and you build a second leg down to double to Presidential Diamond, you're going to get that twice. So $3,000 every single month for the life of the business. So 3,000. All right, so that's the power of 3. Now the next one is the compensation plan, which is called Unilevel. Now this is where you start earning after the first 60 days on people. So for instance, we bring people into the business. We don't place them direct to us. We'll place them maybe the second line down or the third line down. So for instance, we've put people in Jacqui's business. Okay. Now Jacqui isn't earning any money off them. Jacqui and Steve aren't earning any money off them for the first 60 days because they're not the enroller. But once 60 days goes past, anything that customer orders or that wellness advocate orders, Jacqui and Steve will be earning from for the eternity of their life together. And so you can see on this one, actually, the further down you have customers, the more money that you earn. So you can see that at manager level, you're earning 2 levels down. At director level, you're earning 3 levels down. Executive level, 4 levels down, and so on. Now, you've actually got dynamic compression if you look in the bottom left-hand corner. So let's say at Premier, we've got 6, let's say we've got 10 deep of customers. But let's say levels 2, 3, and 4, and 5 don't actually order anything that month. But levels 7, 8, 9, and 10 do. It all squashes up. That's the best technical term I can do. It all squashes up so that you're still earning off all 6 levels. So they want to pay you the bonus. So the deeper you go, the better. The more money you earn from the deeper you go. It's not about going massively wide. And if levels 2 and 3 don't buy anything, but levels 7 and 8 do, it all squashes up and you still get your full length of the leg of the commission. Now, if you look there for Premier, we're going to go look at. Actually, we'll wait and we'll go through the ranks in a minute. So that bonus there is the Unilevel. That is your walk away bonus. That is where, regardless, you are earning every single month that people order without fail. Okay. Then the leadership pools. I won't go massively into this because this can get a little bit confusing with the leadership pools. But you can see there, you start earning the leadership pools from Premier. So you kind of get different shares, and the shares are based on the profitability of the company. The company is only getting more and more and more profitable at the moment because of the growth. So you can see one share 1 month might be worth, I don't know, £150. 3 months later, that same share could be worth 180, 190, £200. On the leadership pools as well, when you, as an enroller, help somebody become elite, you get another share, which works at about £100 for every single time you break a new elite. Okay, so that they really are throwing lots and lots of compensation plans and money at you. So that's the actual 5 ways of earning bonus. And here are some of the actual steps that you can take with the ranks. keep in mind, elite is the place to be, and elite is the place to help others achieve. So the first 3 levels are manager, director, and executive, which is manager at 500 OV, which is overall volume. PV is personal volume, OV is overall volume. Director is 1000 OV, and executive is 2000. Then the next levels, elite is 3000. Now this is where you kind of start at Premier, start looking at your structure. So you start looking at your structure now, okay? Put your builders right front line to you. And you look at your structure now of how you kind of split your 2 legs. So with a Premier, it's a 5,000 overall volume to become a Premier. So you can have 2,000 in one leg, you can have 3,000 in another, you can have 2,000, a 2,000, and 1,000 kind of just milling around in various different places. But as soon as you hit Premier, that's when you start earning the leadership bonuses as well. So you're earning the fast start, you're earning the power of 3, you're earning the uni level, you're earning the leadership bonuses, and you might occasionally get something on retail as well. But at Premier, you're generally earning 4 or 5 of the bonus structures instantly. And you can get to Premier very quickly. Aim for elite and then build towards Premier. After that, silver. This is where it's about the elites. So silver, all you do is your 9,000, and that's split across 3 elites at 3,000 each. All you have to do is your 100 PV. Okay, so silver. Gold is getting people to Premier, and what you're doing there is you're working with them to help them create elites. Then platinum, I haven't actually got a picture for because I couldn't find one, but platinum is basically the same as diamond, less 1 silver leg. Okay, so you can see there your diamond is made up of silvers, and your silvers are simply a business with 3 elites in there. Now, average monthly earnings, that's his monthly, £20,000 plus, £22,000 plus. Okay, at diamond. It's a massive jump from platinum to diamond with the income. Okay, now obviously there are other legs past that as well, but we don't want to go into too much depth. I'll drive you to go and watch take a bit on board now, go and learn it yourself, go and watch the videos. The kind of advice I can give you is build to elite, or build to elite with in mind is a Premier structure. Okay. And look at the figures again of what you can earn. All right, 6,250 per month at platinum. Now, what I'd say is the very first month you hit platinum, it's probably not going to be 6,250 because you'll be kind of a new platinum. So you're probably only going to be earning £4,000 or £5,000 a month. You got it. All right. It'll take 3 or 4 months to get to the average there of 6,250. Nathan and Rebecca, when we first joined the business, they were earning on average between £6,000 and £8,000 a month in their previous 6 months. 2 months later, they were at Diamond. 2 months later, they went to Blue Diamond, and they got a £22,000 monthly income. I think about 3 months or 4 months after that, they went to Presidential Diamond, and their income was over £40,000 as brand new Presidentials. So now their income's kind of £60,000 plus a month. The most unassuming people ever. They're not massive kind of experience in network marketing. In fact, Rebecca hasn't even got a clue what network marketing is, even though she'd done it for a year. Because she just loves the oils and she shares the oils. And that's what it's about, sharing the oils and sharing the opportunity. So that's it as far as the kind of the training on the conversation plan and the ranking goes. Because say what I'd rather you do is go to the website, watch the videos, learn from it. There's actually loads of YouTube stuff as well that you can go and learn about the compensation plan. Build towards elite, but have in mind the structure of a Premier, so that elite is split across on 2 legs. So when you become elite, you're virtually kind of set to become a Premier. All right. So coming soon, we've got every Monday 7:30, sometimes 7:45 is the further education with Becky Bowles, who's Nathan's mum. 8:15, sometimes 8:30 on a Monday night is the team Zoom with Nathan and Rebecca. Sometimes it's training on the business, sometimes it's training on the oils, sometimes it's testimonials, various different things. Wednesdays, obviously, our team call. Thursdays, most Thursdays, not every Thursday, is Andy's. Now, he has got one tomorrow night where you can invite people on, prospects on, to show them the business, or customers maybe are kind of considering upgrading to becoming wellness advocates. So you can get them onto that tomorrow evening. There's lots of other company video education available every single week. We've got the European Convention coming soon. It's over 4 days, Wednesday through till Saturday. Wednesday and Thursday are kind of set up by the diamonds and the presidential diamonds. And then the Friday and the Saturday is where the company have set up the European Convention. Last time it was in Holland, so we're kind of really lucky to have it over in London. It's going to sell out. It's going to be the biggest European convention they've ever had. So really, really excited to do that. Getting Started guide is coming soon. I've been working on it. An enroller's getting started guide. So as the enroller, you can show people how to get off to a good start. Daily Steps to Success guide. I've kind of got one of those out there already. And we'll just carry on doing ongoing video tips and stuff like that as and when needed in our group. Well, what we're going to say for the recording is thanks. See you next week. But we'll stop the recording, and if anybody's got any questions, then where's the recording? Then feel free to ask.